All right, all right. Hope everyone's having a nice day today. Once again, this is Saturday. Don't even know the date. I think it is the 11th of February. February 11th, 2023. And just going through some of this meltology, getting ready to get started. And beforehand, let's do this. Let me throw on another video real quick. And then all right, let's give a couple shout outs. We're going to start with, if you look down there at the bottom of this video, you see that ticker down there? Let me enhance the quality of mine, because I'm looking at it in this, I don't know why they give you this version here, this kind of jacked up a little bit. You got to change the quality. And then boom, I changed the quality on my phone. I don't know why it just doesn't give you the best picture possible without changing it, but simple enough. So you see that ticker down there, join the Facebook group. All mountains are melted brick buildings, and mountains are melted brick buildings. Great group to be a part of, great place to call home. Two groups ran by the same individual, putting in a lot of work, keeping it going. Thank you, Shapu. Thank you very much for the group. You guys join it. One's private and one is public. So if you don't want to be private, just go into the public one. A lot of good stuff going down in there every day. Great evidence being dropped every day. A couple people out there. I'm going to try and get through everyone. There's so many people now. But I want to start off by a couple people that we don't speak of too much, that are doing great work. Derv OC. Derv, what's up, Derv? Derv's been putting it down for quite some time. Always supportive, always there to distribute meltology. There's so many different forms of meltology as far as getting the word out. I myself, I like to sit and gather evidence from my computer, pictorial evidence, put it together and present it. Some people will take that evidence that I present or that somebody else presents, and they will add some things to it and repost it to get the word out to even more people. You have some people in the back doing research, not getting pictures, but doing research, finding out the ins and outs of what's going on with this event. A lot of work involved. You have hard-working people out there. Patty G is one of them. Patty G came to Meltology a little over a year ago, 2 years ago, and man, she's been killing it ever since. I Can Sketch You. What is up? I Can Sketch You. There's another one. Last year blew her mind. She entered into Meltology, and from that point on, she's just been doing wonders. Great work. I Can Sketch You. We have Deborah, the red brick chick. What is up, Deborah? Always putting it down. Deborah's a hard-working individual. Deborah not only puts in the hard work on pictorial evidence, she's also a hound when it comes to that boots on the ground. She's another hound. Man, she gets it done. Boots on the ground is fabulous work she does. Not only that, she's a reader and a writer. When it comes to meltology, she will read these articles, break them down, translate them, put them back out there. She is on hands, just a wonderful, wonderful researcher, doing so much. Jennifer, what can you say about her if you know who she is? You can't. What can you say that hasn't already been said? Hardworking, devoted to the truth. Devoted to the truth. She dabbles in a lot of the truth. In the last, I would say the last year, she's been hitting it real hard on the. Maybe I should blow this up some so it's not split screen. I'm looking at my phone right now, and it's split screen. So let's do this. If I can get this split screen, if I can get out of here. Ooh, what's going on here? It's trying to get me. Maybe I shouldn't mess with it right now. Trying to get to this. Yeah, I'm not even gonna mess with that. That's one thing about this. This is dumb. Let's see. I'm trying to get this damn thing going. Let's see. They got all this weird stuff over here where you sliding these screens together. It just complicates things. But let's go here and get this. Let's see. Do this. I'm about to go into this. That's not over yet. So stop that. Get there. Okay. Now let's try this. Share screen. Window. Entire. Hide that. Well, how come nothing's changing? I thought I just went into my stuff. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. I think I got it now, but we'll find out. Give me just a moment to see if this is going to cooperate or am I wishful thinking. Ah, here we go. I don't know why it wasn't this difficult the other day when I was on. All right, excuse me. Now we are about to get it going. Once again, what's up, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Excuse me with the little hang-ups here. It's been a while since I've ran this program, and when I did, I only ran it a couple times. So either I'm gonna have to get used to it or I'm gonna have to drop it. Anyway, let's get into this. What we have here is you got the vegetation on top, same back here. Same thing going on back here in the background as you do in the foreground. Let you know that we got the same components back here, the same thing going on, just melted and covered. You see the A-frames, the melt coming down, covered. But here you got a pocket of survival, right? You have this area here, and we're gonna dive into this. Got a couple pics here. You can see some more stuff back here. But once again, when we're dealing with meltology, most of the stuff we're dealing with is tourist pictures, tour shots. This was not taken by a meltologist. A meltologist would have been all up underneath here, all up in here, the cracks and crevices, getting deep up in here. Zoom lenses. Back here, all this stuff. That's what meltology is. We're showing you the evidence, but we have to go off the pics that people have been taking for thousands of years, billions and billions of years. We use that same analogy that they use on everything. Everything's billions of years old. So let's just slide on through. Here we are a little closer up. Starts to come together. You see the viscosity in this. You see the expansion. You see the staining coming down. Expansion. Looks like something is right here too. This does not look like this down there. Something was going on up here and melted out. See underneath this here. You see this cross beam right here going across. You got the hollow, and cross beam. Something going on up there. Meltologists would have focused in on that and got it. You got this right here, aperture with something in it. More apertures over here, closing up, squeezing, closing. Some of this stuff they may have went in and remodeled, put some new lumber up, timber, just like you do at home. All right, now we're about to get into the nitty-gritty. All right, here's that aperture right there. You see it's definitely some opening. Look at this archway. It's covered up, melted over, melted. Got your ladder right here to get up on this upper deck. Are you kidding me? Now, how do you get here? I mean, you got a ladder starting right here. How do you get to this point? I mean, does this open up? I mean, what are you doing? Scaling the wall? What's really going on here? You got this cliff right here you can walk on. That looks shady as hell right there. Shh, man, please. I don't think so. That's not for me. All right, I wanted to show you this pic here. Very revealing. And I got a couple of this pic. Just want to make sure that I wanted to make sure we got a good one. Of course, you got a beach over here. All this expansion here, cooked out. Starting to go Cubert, starting to get that Cubert slang. It's not quite Cubert, but they start this way. They start forming, stacking, and next thing you know, they are Cuberts, right? But let's take a look at this. So number one, you have to ask, what is this doing right here? What in the cotton picking, chicken eating, what is this? What decorative, what is this shit? Right, you have balloon rocks right here. These used to be bricks, they're ballooned out. Right next to it you have the bricks that are changed, they've changed, a little bit of change there. They're no longer red brick, they look more like these stylish bricks that they sell nowadays, right? Same thing going on here, same bricks. Balloon rock, from brick to balloon, and these here are just cobbled out. Now here's the interesting thing. If you look down here, you see these bricks in here. These, normally they call these sedimentary layers and other, I don't know, a bunch of other shit they got, these geologists got. But here's the kicker. And I showed this on a couple pics, and I got those pics in here. I'm gonna start getting a collection of this same shit. Different buildings, the same stuff. Now you see this row right here, then all of a sudden it folds down, boom. Same with this row here, gets to here, and you can, let me bump that up. You could clearly see this brick right here from this row, and then it drops down. The same with this here, it almost looks like this one spills, look at it spilling over, boom. This one here, coming down, connecting, and so on. And so on, right? These bricks have altered. They're melted and sliding downward now. These bricks have cooked out. All these altered states of matter. All this. Still got the stucco up here. Ballooning down here, look. Balloon. Bubbled up. Flat. These look like pebbles that you skip across the lake. This shit here. Bricks doing tricks. That's what it is. Brick love to everyone out there. Not done throwing out shout outs. Just gotta remember everyone. There's so many people out there. Yoakum. Can't forget about Yoakum. What's up, Yoakum? He's in the States right now visiting his lovely girlfriend, Lindsay. What is up, you guys? Great boots on the ground work you've been doing. He's been on vacation putting in a lot of work. A lot of work. Man. All right. So we got this one here. I should have had this afterwards because we're going to look at this one first. So when you look at this and you start breaking down stuff, first thing you start looking is, what your eyes see. And this start dictating what your eyes see. You see stucco up here, right? And you have the bricks down below. Now look at this stuff. Look at all this shit here. You have down here that looks like brick, and then you have this stuff here looking like cobblestones and a bunch of patchwork. You have to ask yourself, why would they build something so magnificent and throw that shit in there, right? But here we go. We're gonna get really into it with the eyes of that you use when you are breaking down. You have to use your I guess you could say like what do you call them? Not investigator, but one of those detectives. You have to use detective work. Not a whole lot, because it cries out to you what's going on. It's telling you underneath this is this. It's telling you brick used to be this. Now let's get into this. Look at this. So you see this corner right here? These are your transitioning. You see this? This piece here is just like this shit over here. This is melted, expanded, and transitioning. And right here, you can see the brickwork right here. 1, 2, 3, standing out. Look at that. You can see them right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, you're going to start seeing this a lot. Look down here. Look underneath this thing here, and look at this. You see the division right here. Brickwork. You see this angle coming down. It's got rock curtain over, but you see it. You see underneath these pieces that look like slate. Look very slatey, right? Look at that shit. Look at it, and look what it builds into. This here. Unless you think they built this magnificent piece right here around this goddamn boulder. I mean, that's ridiculous to think. And this type of building you see all over the realm, with pieces like this in places that are magnificent buildings, but they got this over there. Somewhere in the courtyard, somewhere inside a closet, down in the living room. This is everywhere. It's ridiculous. And look at this brick line. But it's all mangled up here. You have to take it all the way back here to the brick line. Go across. A lot of times you see these brick lines and they run from mountain to mountain, just straight across. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to Meltology, breaking down the evidence. You guys, if you're new to Meltology, first thing you want to do, you want to check out Yoakum. Go to Yoakum's page. I don't have it. I don't have it on the list. I couldn't find my list of sites to go to. But first thing you want to do is join the group. Join the group. All mountains are melted brick buildings. All mountains are melted brick buildings. Either one. Then you just go up into the featured sections. Go up there and you'll get all the goodies. You get all the goodies with Shipu and Jen. They do live stream all the time. Always breaking down Meltology. You really need to check them out. Let's go back. Boom. Okay, so this is just showing these bricks here in this area here that we went over. Let's see. Who else we gotta let you know about? And once again, this should have been this way. So you see right here, leftover melted brickwork, and with a facade on it, with some sort of design over it. And look up here, the same thing. It's melted, but you can clearly see up here. Boom. You can see in between where my fingers are. You can see the difference in thickness of this layer up here on top. And look at this viscosity on this. They're telling you this is coral and all this other shit. It's nothing but brick cooked out. Looks like it has some sort of a shell-like look to it, like making a. It's probably a pillar. You know, pillars got these damn grooves in them, but it looks like a seashell type of design. But who knows what it was at the time. It's laying down, melted now. And look at the viscosity all through here. Cooked out. Cooked out. Boom, there you go. And another one right there. Pocket of survival. Concrete mold. Pocket of survivor. Pocket of survival. Ah, man. All right. Yeah. We get to see this all the time. Bricks doing tricks. What is this back here for? What is this? And right here, I mean, what are we doing with this? What's the reasoning that someone paid to have this shit put back here, and up here? Why? I mean, do we just have an unlimited supply of resources, unlimited supply of money, just to go drape this down the side? Nonsense. And look at this back here. More nonsense. You just put bricks anywhere, huh? You got an ocean right there, so this has to be considered natural. Why did you go put these bricks around here? I mean, this guy can't even enjoy them. He's over here. He can't even see the bricks. What do you need this here for? You commissioned this for what? You got to ask yourself when you see these places and these areas that are impossible builds, impossible times and locations. You got to ask yourself, who paid for it? Did the state, the country? Who paid for this shit? The fisherman? Did this dude right here, did you say, hey, you know what, I just get tired of looking at this shit. How come we just didn't do the whole thing? We'll never know. Let's just go back to, all right, so simple questions such as who paid for the labor, materials, getting materials to the middle of nowhere, just to build a wall, going up a mountain. Yeah, it's going up. Boom. Let's start at the base. Everlasting base. This is all brickwork. You have apertures here. It's all brickwork. Doesn't look that fancy on here. Looks better on my phone. It's all brickwork. So maybe I'm just bumped in too much here. My phone wasn't bumping in that much. All brickwork. You got something right there with a little arch, like a walkway, gateway or something. Not a portal, but some type of something going on there. And in the back here, some ruins. Definitely ruined. Alright, but now let's look at this. Now that we know what we're dealing with, we see all these bricks in here. Then you see this brick here. Brick wall. Brick wall. What is it doing going up this mountain? I mean, look at this mountain. Well, we know why. We sound surprised and asking, but it's rhetorical. We know why. Because this wasn't built like this. This is melted, damaged. And this is a result from melting. It may have went straight across, coming towards us, but now it's sloping downward, melting. No explanation. They can never explain this. I don't care what they tell you, what lie, what, oh, this is here to hold up what? Who paid for this, and who would care if this ever crumbled? This is in the middle of nowhere. You don't care if this mountain is flattened the next day. Zero injuries. Middle of nowhere. All right. Here go them brick lines. Look at these brick lines. And guess what we got? We got some red brick. Smashed in between some mortar. Good old mortar snot. And look it up here. Blocked out. Look at these blocks it's doing. Look at this shit. How do you create rocks? Well, you get you some bricks and you hit it with the X Factor event. And they start popping out like a kernel of popcorn. All right, so this is another collection I got to get going because we come across this so many times. And since there's no collection, you know, just show you bits and pieces. And you have the naysayers. But here we go. And they ask you, how did they carry all them blocks? Well, they didn't carry no blocks. We don't do blocks. They're all bricks. Right? Look it in here. No, you can see that, don't see they tell, oh, this is granite and diorite and all this shit. It probably is now. But at one time it was bricky, bricky, bricky. Oh, tricky bricky. Bricky, bricky. Tricky bricky. What is up, everyone? Just getting this truth out there. Let it be known, Saturday's the day. I'm gonna be out here playing on Saturdays. Now here's another pic. Whole total different place. Bricks that refuse to transition. Oh, here we go. We just saw it in the last pic. Right here. This is in Egypt. I don't remember what this is, but go to the group. I posted these pics up probably last month or so. Somewhere December or January. Go to the group. Click on my name. Go down and check out my library of evidence I've been dropping off in the group for the last couple years. Don't stop there. Go to Shipu. Click on his, man, you're going to be amazed. Don't stop there. Slide on over to Alchemos. Come back in a couple days. You're going to have so much content on there, it's going to take you a couple days. Then click on Deborah. Click on Patty. Click on anybody. There's so much evidence out there. Mark. Click on Mark. Matter of fact, go to Mark's group. Oh, got a little cramp in my leg. And now my back is itching. Yeah, go to Mark's group. Facebook group. And do your boots on the ground. Yeah, that's dedicated for boots on the ground. People who are out there hoofing it, taking pictures, videos, up close instead of from way back here. I'd have been up close on this. Right? Would have been up close on this. Boom. This person wasn't looking for this. This person was looking at this. So we have to go through and find this. Yeah, go to Meltology, boots on the ground. Introduce yourself to the Bloodhound. That is Mark. So, in case you think that one was a fluke, right? Because so many people do that. This for some reason they had bricks, but they decided to use blocks because they're heavier, and when they're heavier, they last longer. Instead of stacking them one by one, you take one that you need a fucking crane, a frickin' crane to lift. A fracking crane to lift. Excuse my language there. Slips out sometimes. So, case you thought that. Boom, right here. You can see them. Don't act like you don't see those three right there. In case you just don't, maybe you're on a small device. Boom. Right there. Right. I made it easy for you. Boom. Right here. Right here. What is going on here? What is going on? What is this? What is this bullshit? It's bullshit. Viscosity. Bricks that resisted, that did not conform. Not gonna do it. Not today. Block lines, huge blocks, but look what we got. Rickety, rickety rocks. Boom. And look at this one here. Now you notice, look. Notice how she's standing this way. This is going that way. This is melting back into the melt. Sand. Brick ash. Ooh, didn't see that. Your cheeks. Brick ash. Nothing more than a byproduct of brick dustified to brick ash. You see the brick lines going across here. And you see this here leaning back into it. I got another pic of this. I don't know if it's right after this or not. But I think it's a little bit better pic. I don't know if this is the better pic or this is the oh, what is this up in there? Let me zoom that in right there. Don't tell me I'm looking at brick lines in here. This shit look like brick lines up in there. The problem is that it's too far away. The picture, I can't. If I zoom in, it's just going to get distorted, so we're not going to be able to see what is really going on in here. But it sure does look different than the rest. Sure does look different than the rest. So we won't dilly dally. Oh yeah, I do have it back to back. Okay. See how she had to walk forward and lean because this is leaning back in the middle of a beach. Why are you throwing this shit in here? Let me see. Yeah, why are you throwing this in here? This is a staircase coming down. It's melted back. You don't have to put all this stuff in to put a staircase. Yeah, they don't do that because number one, you got to ask yourself again, who paid for this shit? You think the city's gonna come put all this shit just so you can come down and be? They don't even want you there. Go home. You don't live over here. You know it's a public beach. They act like they don't want you around. They ain't trying to make it easy for you. Break your. You know how many beaches I went through and you have to walk through a damn path way up here to get down, and you finally make it down and you don't break your neck. You got to get your ass back up there. Grandmama has a hard time on that one. I'm gonna sit in the car, baby. All right, what do we got going? Yes, indeedy. What do we have here? I'm going to tell you what we have here. We have a melted mess. And look at that crystallization. Look what's going on. This is what happens. I'm telling you, bricks turn to blocks. Look at this. Now, you can find this type of picture all over the internet. It's everywhere. Every region, every country, every state, every province. I don't care where you're at. You're gonna find the same damage. And look what it's sitting in. Look what it's sitting in. It's sitting in its own melt. Its own dustification. Blocking and rocking is what it's doing. You can still see the red back there. Some of the brick is still able to come through, but look at this, and look at these pieces sliding out. Bricks that have melted together, have cooked out, me get it in here. Heat coming from the bottom. Intense, fervent heat coming from the bottom. Like you got on this side too. Let's just keep it pushing. Look at the top. Is it secreting C14? Is that why this is growing? Why is the vegetation taking over? What causes the vegetation to grow on rock? Right? What is it seeking? What nutrients are in it that it's able to do this? Look at this block here. Nothing is conformity. Everything is this big rock, small rock, block, brick. Just a bunch of yuck. And here we go. We got the vegetation in the back. Look at these bricks over here that balloon rocked. Oops. Get your ass back. Stop that. Over here. Ballooned up. Melt the giraffe. Higher than the giraffe. What's up, brother? Wherever you at, man, I hope you're doing good. Man, we got to link up real soon and start doing this, getting back in. I think we've all taken a break. It wasn't something that we requested, but I think when it happened, it just kind of diminished a lot of stuff. People are still doing the work, but the live streams have kind of slowed down. And we had something good going. Man, it was great. It was some great stuff. Wow, if you guys were a part of that, if you guys got to see that, see the live streams, daily live streams, every day we're putting them out. Had people assigned for every day. My day was Saturday, Alchemos and Seraph. They had Friday. Was it Tuesday was ladies night, and that was switched up to just Patty G and Deborah the Red Brick Chick. Sunday was the VIPs, but Sunday, was for everyone. It was said to be for VIPs, whatever that means. Everybody was a VIP. But I think the VIP was for, I'm not sure what the VI was for, but the P was for those who paid. I was one of them who paid. Anyway, you got your house here. It's all cooked out. All this brick here melted, and it looks like some type of designer stone that they sell. Melted here. And of course, you're not selling none of this, but this stuff here looks like the shit they sell. They try to sell. To give it that look, but this here, this was original. This is all red brick, cooked. Uh-oh. Look at this. Look at this and look at this. Try not to focus on this. Then you can see this obviously is leaning down, sinking in the melt. The water, the flood waters have come in and let's bump this up a little bit. We'll talk about the blocking and stuff, but here you can see the mortar snot in here all melted, grooved together. Small blocks in between big blocks. Yeah, that's how you build. You put the small ones in between so they can crush having the weight on them, and you put the big ones at top. Always cooked out building back here as well. Look at that, sloping down. Get out of there. Oh man, and up here, cooked out. Uh-oh, what is all this shit here? What is this? What is all this wreckage here that's been cooked out? What is all this? Rubble, debris, and we have something that was built here. It is no longer, it's in the ruins, it's melted. Look at this right going across this white line. Mortar snot, big mortar line, all patched up in here. Cooked out. Structure, cooked out. More cooked out structure, ballooning, blocked and balloon. And the structure out here melting away. Or I should say sinking away into melt. And that's the best way to get your vibe on. Flash that boat or you snatch. Yeah. I guess. I mean, I know that boater ain't going nowhere. Say, hey man, ain't no fish biting. Hey, shut up. Shut up. We ain't leaving till she gets up and walks away. Fuck that. But other than people watching you, I think it'd be very peaceful. I don't know about having my nuts sitting down in the cold water, but hey, to each his own. But you can clearly see the melt back here, the expansion. Look at this here, expanding out, sitting down on this so-called rock, and you see the mortar lines in it melted. You see all this mortar snot going on in here. Once again, what I say last time about building something magnificent at the time, and you got this shit right here. I mean, you couldn't pay to have this removed? I mean, it can't be that hard to remove this when you're digging into solid rock mountains and carving in rooms and upstairs and downstairs and patios and windows and doors and all kind of shit, and you can't remove this. Wow. Really? And obviously, the storyline would be this here, it came a lot later than those caves that they so-called dug in there and carved with their hands and feet and mouths, and they can't remove this shit. You see this shit on almost every building. You see a bunch of ugliness. Look at this little pattern right here. Tell me that pattern ain't the same as this. Look at this, and look at that. Boom, boom. Ballooned out. All right. Wall going down instead of straight due to X factor. Oh yeah, look at this. Why is this? What the fuck is this? Let's see if we got the picture. Okay. So you got this wall going across. Oh, so it comes this way. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is this wall doing over here? And what is this doing? What do we got going on over here for real? What's really going on? That once again, now see this is cut off. This is they're calling this hillside, mountain. But why are you putting this over here? Who paid to put this shit here and why? You didn't want no one to fall off this way? You want them to come all the way down to go around and fall? I don't get it. I don't get the storyline behind it. I get what this is. I hope you guys get it too. Oh, we're on to we know about that shit. Oh, this shit is up here. Is that this? I mean, I see little, look like apertures and shit, but I don't know. These look like openings. I know damn good and well some of these are openings. Look at this shit. Huh. Of course, we get down here and can't find none. Here we go. There's some over here too. Still can't see anything. Well, once again, these are tourist shots. And it doesn't look like they had the P90 or P900. Here's the people right here. Give you an idea of the scale of this place. Boom. What's going on right here? Maybe it's this side of it. Here you go. Devros is getting wet right now. What is up, Devros? Man, we had a lot of fun. We was putting this shit out on a regular. Devros was coming in every now and then, letting us know how his journey was out there on the waters when he was doing his fishing out there. Man, snatching out crabs and lobsters and tunas and all kind of shit he was snatching out. Man, it was some good. It looked like some good eating. All right, here we go. We got what do we got here? You gonna tell me these are sedimentary layers and they just put a fucking arch on it? I don't think so. And look, this is dropping down. Uh-oh. We got a archway here and another one up here, cooked out. Brick lines going across. It's all this rubble. Call it rubble. But once again, the brick lines have shifted as caving in. See some red down there. Go mosey on along. Back over here again with the cubers exploding. Almost like this fireworks when they go up and they shower down. And you see how solidified. Lets us know that this event appears to have happened pretty quickly. Because you see things in mid-freeze like this here. So many things you will see going across and freezing. And that there kind of indicates that what happened quick, kind of like a fuse blowing. When you hit if you know anything about fuses, when you blow a fuse, it just pops instantly, and everything inside that fuse is toast, cooked. And that's how this place is. Happened fast enough to do all this, but save this. And you can see this dripping, but then it stops. This is your electricity, your piezoelectricity, your fervent heat from the bottom. And who knows, maybe some sort of a plasma event or something that had to do with the sun on the outside, scorching the outside as well. But the insides of these buildings are just as bad. They're scorched. And when you go down to the Mariana Trench and you get to the depths of that, you'll see this same shit down there, scorched. So we know there was definitely heat coming from the bottom, along with other factors other things that factored in. Archway melted. Look at this. Another one right here. You can see it formed. Melted, and look down below. Stucco's coming off. And these bricks have starting to crystallize, looks like. Archways right here. Boom, boom. Back here. Archway. Now when I say archway, or we refer to archways, see archway up here, doesn't mean you're walking through them. Some of them are designs. Archway, arch, and then an arch. See, these can be a design like this here. Boom. Like this here. That's what you're looking at right here. This ghostly image. Clearly see it. Now that I see these up here. Boom, right here. Got that same image as this. Same up here. Decorative. Bigger one back here. This is in the melt back here. Archway down here, melted. Expansion, and look at this. Look at on top. This is your granite looking stuff on top. But look underneath. Expansion of the brick material. Changing changing the differentials, changing look at this, more of this. Here's your car right here. Give you a scale of this, of these cuberts. Boom. Once again, expansion jumping off. And get ready, people, because this is, like I said, I'm back at it. Going to be doing this on a regular. Oh, what can I say about this mess that you already haven't seen? I mean, you can look at it. What do we got going on here? Half an archway? What happened? What's all this? What happened to it? Boom. All this. Cooked out. Heat differentials. Turn these bricks here to block. Turn this to a mush that just hardened up, solidified. And you can see the brickwork trying to balloon out here. Let's see if I see some brickwork in there. And here is another one. Cooked out. Small rocks. And then you got big blocks. Makes no sense, huh? Unless you know about meltology. Cooked out, and look, back here, that's the rest of it. Back here, the building. Melted out. We're only seeing part of the building, the rest of it's underneath. Melted. Part of the grid. And we've seen this place many a times. But it was in my folder, so we grabbed it. Why not? Great place for evidence. This whole area is like this. It's all cooked. That's a great place to go grab evidence. Great place for the evidence. Now look at this. You see this brick line going across. I mean, what purpose is this here for? Aesthetics? And it stops right there and you got this shit. No, people, this is what it looked like. This is, well, it looked more like red brick, but this is, and look at, you can see the way it's sloping down, cooked out, viscosity in it. You see these brick lines going across, the same ones we see all the time. Shooting this way, shooting that way, coming down. Yeah, cooked out. And here's another structure that's been cooked. Completely cooked. Excuse me for a moment, Mike. Oh. All right. How deep do we need to go on this? I mean, look at this. We see this structure a lot with something on top and melted down. See it all through Turkey and everywhere else. See a lot of it over in what's that, Cappadocia area of Turkey. But you see them all over the place, not just in Turkey. It's everywhere. Once again, you're building this and you got all this shit going up here, or did you build into this piece? Did you just say, hey, we could do this magnificent building, but we can't remove this, so let's just make it look like it was part of the building. We'll just build around it. I don't think so. Right? And then you have to ask yourself, well, Yeah, so what this wall here? What's all this shit in your yard? But you ask the real questions. Number one, who built it? I don't care how much money you have. It seems like everybody back then had money. Everybody had had a limited supply of money. So if you and I both got a limited supply of money, why am I going to come all the way over there and build your damn house in the middle of nowhere? Because you're paying me? I got a limited supply of money. I don't need your money. So that's not going to work. Number two, how you getting here? Which route are you coming to get here? You got to bring your material here, right? You got to have a crew to build it. You got to have water, food. What are you doing here? Even to this day, this place here is undesirable. I don't care if it was pimped out. You don't want to live there. It'd be a what do you call those timeshare? You got a 1 week in a year. That's it. At that, you ready to get the hell up out of there. No phone service. You need about 400 people to work there just to clean the son bitch. Right? Makes no sense. We should have figured this shit out a long time ago. Here's another place. 1,000 people to work in that damn place. Middle of nowhere. You need a whole staff. Then you got to feed the staff. You got to feed the workers. You got to clean up after them. It's ridiculous. Cooked out. Oops, almost hit the wrong button. Cooked out. And there's the skin. Under the skin is this shit here. Yeah, we see it a lot. Welcome to Meltology. Change your perspective on what's going on here. We've been lied to. Churned and turned. Look at all this shit. Look at all this underneath. All this mush underneath the stucco. Or underneath the brick. You remove the brick. You got this shit underneath. Cooked out. But let's move on. Structure up here. Rest of the building is cooked out. Not sure, that might be a balloon rock or so. Looks like it anyway, but I'm not sure. You see all these bits and pieces of brick that are crystallized and cooked. Clankers, apertures. Even to this day, you can't go there and dig into it. They keep showing you these things with these people building swimming pools, these so-called people out there in these foreign countries, and they got sticks and stuff, and they're building these huge places. But that's in dirt, all right? They would never do that here. Break their wrist. As soon as they go to hit it the first time, snap that wrist. Oh, it's too hard. Yeah, you damn right. You better go back home where the dirt's soft. This is rock. You're not digging through this. That's why they leave all those pieces behind in the middle of the courtyards, in the middle of these rooms. Can't move it. Impossible builds, impossible location, impossible times, until you understand that this place here was already built before we inhabited it. Okay, before we moved in, before we took over, before we got here, it's no different than a fish going into a fish tank, and everything's already there, right? All they do is drop the animals in, the fish, the turtle, whatever you put in there, right? They don't sit there and wonder where'd the castle come from, and in that treasure chest, the shit you put in the fish tank, in the background, right? And then when the fish are in there, what do? They start moving shit around, just like we do. We start building stuff, right? All of a sudden, the fish builds its own little hideout. So you have your original build, which is your stuff you put in the fish tank. Then you have your build that's built by the people, or in this case, the fish that are in the tank. Start building their little dwellings, right? The same thing we do. We inherited this place, and then we start adding on to it. Start closing off rooms or whatever you want to do. And this place, as you can see, is clearly all connected. The same shit. All the way down. Same stuff. It's all part of the building. Heat coming from the bottom. Cooking it. I did a very extensive piece on this place. And when I say it's like this all the way down, it's like this all the way down. You're not just looking at this. We're talking bricks like this. It's not on this, but you go to the page. Go to the Facebook group. Join. All mountains are melted brick buildings. Mountains are melted brick buildings. Join the group. Over 20,000 members. I think it's about 23,000. Great evidence being dropped off on a regular. Definitely want to become part of that group. Excuse me for a moment. I thought I turned that off. You know how the hell to turn it off and it's still alerts still come through. Oh man, let's get it going. I'm not sure if this is the same one. I think the other one was Sinclair Castle. I'm not sure if this is the same one or not. Just a different shot, or if it's a different structure altogether. All this here cooked out bricks, melted. Wow. And you see this all over, especially Scotland, Ireland area. You see these so-called castles that are on the cliffs, dilapidated, huge. You need an army to just to clean up the damn place, just to maintain it. All right, what do we got going on here? What do we got? Some different states of matter. Look at these cooked out bricks here, but then look, what's this shit? This, but then you got this right here. Let you know that this is all the same back here. If it wasn't connected to this, we'd be discussing this as a mountain, side of a mountain. But clearly, it's part of this. Boom. You think they just put this patch here? So let's start building on top of this dilapidated rock. No. It got cooked out, X-factored. And down here, look at that. Boom. Same thing. Cooked out on the edges over here as well. More structure. Cooked out components. Now blend in with the background. We're told these are natural formations. Clearly cooked out. Nothing natural about this place. Nothing natural in the form of nature. It might be natural as far as being built. Once again, you don't have to worry about any neighbors. You say, oh, they went over here because they wanted to get away from everyone. Are you insane? You make the biggest. First of all, if you're hiding from someone, you don't want no one to see you. You don't make anything that stands out. Period. Number two, no one's gonna find you. Hell, you got places in your own town you don't even know exist. Your own damn town you don't even know they exist. Never heard of it, huh? What? Where? Now imagine this. In this, and you're on horseback and camel or whatever. You don't have to hide. You could put something like that. No one's ever going to bother you First of all, they don't have no compass, no GPS, no nothing. According to the mainstream narrative, right? So, hell, you can walk 3 miles and forget where the hell you live. Now let's get on to the real reality of it. This place is huge. This place is bigger than Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle. You know, it looks humongous. So who is taking care of all this shit? Who's doing the sweeping, the cooking, the cleaning? You're over here, and it takes you 20 minutes to get over here. So, I mean, are you just living on one side of the house and don't even know you got a whole goddamn family living over here? I mean, because it goes down too. It's not just here. Unbelievable, ridiculous, some of the things they tell us. And we see this everywhere. We see it everywhere. It's not just one place. It's all over. I've shown this picture many times before. It's all this shit. Right? You think that someone just carved that and to put this up here? If you can do this, this is brickwork, block work, whatever you want to call it. Why would you ever consider digging into a mountain? Huh? You were never going to dig through this. Like I said, those guys with the stick, they'd run from this shit. No, 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 no. They don't want it. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Blocked all the way around. You think someone just dug it out and then said, let's put some of this for aesthetics? Let's make it look nice. What happened here? They carved it out and said, nah, it's too soft. Or is this the flood? This is the flood of melt coming out of this place. Boom. And another one. And another one, right? Just digging through the hardest materials you can think of just because we can do it. We got sticks and stones, we can do it. And wonder why the hospitals are full of people out there with fractures to the wrist, ankle fracture, stepping on that damn shovel, broke your damn ankle. Yeah, brick lines. Remember earlier I said you could take them from one side to another, and look at this brick line. Boom, brick lines. That's where the bricks are stacked, melting apart. Brick lines. And the insides, of course, look like the outsides, melted, bricky and melted. See the brick lines over here, the viscosity, the melt. Perfect broom for this room. Broom Hilda. I'm going to touch on this just a little bit. You look at these blocks and people say these are interlocking blocks, these are poured and all this stuff. But underneath, it's just brick. It's just brick. Brick that has been altered. Altered states. Boom, boom, boom. And they've been blocked up. Showed you earlier the blocks with bricks. These here pushing out. This is I forget the terminology that was used. I think knowledge came up with that terminology. Not this here, but it's sliding out. These are bricks, and this is pushing out. That's all it is. It's a brick being forced out, squeezing out like toothpaste. There it is. It's squeezing out, and you see this a lot. There's some areas that almost every damn building has this shit. Looks like a step ladder to get up on the top of the building because there's slabs just sticking out where you can literally walk up the building. But these are the bricks, so that's how you know these are bricks in here, because you have a brick that's being pushed out, squeezed out like toothpaste. Immense pressure, immense heat, X factor going on, giving you give you that what you call it effect. The can't think of the name right now, but I'll think of it in a little bit. Another building, cooked out, bricky, and look at this, all cooked out, melted. Look above the door, you see the brick. And someone's gonna say, "Oh, they added the brick to put the door." Why do you have to add brick to put the door? Hell, you just put the wood there. You don't have to add no damn brick. Make it more difficulty. Look at this right there. You see the two split right there. Not sure about this line going down, like a melted brick line. Uh-oh. It even has a window. And possibly something over here. Brick lines going across. We're going to take a peek up here. Look behind here. Yeah, see how they did that? Just slap it right in here. Had no damn brick. For what? For what purpose? Here we go again. Damaged area down here, and then you're gonna build on top of it like it's meant for that. Well, my devices are running out of battery. There we go. All right, brick love, everybody. Brick love. Been on now for about an hour and a half. Going strong. I know at the beginning there was a little hiccup there trying to get it started. And maybe a little bit of time with no sound, because I sure in the hell couldn't hear it. And for some reason it was a total different experience today than it was 2 days ago. Impossible builds, impossible locations, at impossible times that they're telling you that this stuff was built. Look at all these balloon rocks. All these bricks have ballooned out and are damaged. Melted right in. You see the staining coming down from the building. Staining over here coming down. Uh-oh. Who built this shit here? You just got to ask yourself the simple questions. Why? Number one. Why are you building right here? I mean, look at your surroundings. Look at your damn surroundings. You got a 300-foot drop right here. Maybe 200, maybe 100, whatever. Death-defying drop. Put it that way. Ha! Boom. Just because you was out here fucking around. Right? Just because you was out here fucking around trying to trim the trees that were growing into your window up here or something. Right? Something stupid. But let's take a look at this. Let's break down the real identity of this. Because we know who you are. We know who you are. We know what you are. Now, and realistically, when you look at it, the access, I don't even know if you can access this damn place. I don't know the terrain on here, how much slope it is. They come around this way, but then what? I mean, look at here. What are you doing every day? You just don't want to leave the house. You know, you never want to leave the house. You know you got a long walk somewhere. You got a long journey ahead. You just going to get some eggs. God damn, I just need some eggs. Wow. Wait till I need some more stuff. Wait till I need some toilet paper. It is transitioning right here. What the fuck is going on right there? I mean, I'm trying to... Can't tell what's going on here. He's got this big piece right here connected. But it almost looks like it's an opening or something, but I can't hardly tell. Can't hardly tell what that is right there. But whatever it is, we got the main thing right here. The elephant in the room. Brickwork coming all the way down to here. Why start down there? You just had to have them bricks down there, huh? I mean, is the house down there? Is this all part of the back of the house and you got this shit coming through your living room once again? Impossible builds, impossible times, impossible locations. Who's paying for it? Who's doing the work? Where are your workers staying at? Why are they doing it? You're the only one that has money? Sounds like everybody has money. Sounds like money is not an option. It's not a factor in these days. Never a factor. Uh-oh. Once again, we're just building wherever we want, right? And we got a good reason for it. We know how to use brick very well. Hell, we even know how to make blocks and move them. But what we like to do is dig into the mountain, because that's the hardest thing to do. Once we get in there, we're going to block it up and rock it up. Does that make any sense at all? None. You wouldn't get 10 feet in a lifetime. Guarantee it. 10 by 10. Going through this shit here. 10 feet in, 10 feet up. You're not going to do it. Not through rock. And with hand tools, a damn stick with some stupid ass rock at the end, telling you, oh, what do you call them damn arrows? It's fucking them arrowhead. Get out of here. It ain't gonna happen. Not even in the modern day. I'll give you a damn power tool. You still ain't doing it. You're not doing it. You might do it in a lifetime, but you ain't doing it. You just not quit. Only time you do that is when you're in prison. Hell, them prisoners can't even get through that shit. They start using that spoon, they hear that tink, tink, tink. They just give up like, oh shit, nigga, you said it was dirt, nigga. I'm tink, tink, tink. That's solid, I quit. Give me my 20 years, man, I'm out of here. All right. What the heck do we have here? Fortified, huh? For what? It's this shit up here. First of all, it's suspended up in the air. It's not even down here where you walk. It's 20 feet up in the air. And it's huge. For what? What is going on here? This beat up building. But why would you put this on a rock? You see all the brickwork down here. I got another picture of this here. I hope it's in here. It's going to be, the one I'm thinking of is going to be a few, it's going to be way down there, but if it's in here, we'll go over that because it has this up close with the person, give you a good view of what you're looking at and how the scale of it. Because this hand here is about the size of a person if it was in this picture. Of course, the next picture that's going to be in there, it's a closer picture, so the hand's going to be the same size, but the person's going to be bigger. But anyway, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, it looks like archways right here. Am I seeing things? What the hell? The Paradoya? It look awfully different. Awfully different. Here we go. We're getting closer. Underneath, you see the brickwork. You see the melt back here. Melting downward. See these angles here, blocked up angles. Bricked up here. Block lines. And look at this slatey slate right here. Compressed. And here we go, almost like the last one a while back I was talking about. They had the round tip on it. Told you see a lot of those in Cappadocia. You see a lot of these in Cappadocia also, and all over. Not sure. This one may be. Um, God, I can't remember if this because I just recently did one that was in Italy, and I did one that was in Thailand. A lot of the same looking damage in both places. You know, just staining the excretion of the melt, squeezing out this black shit, whatever this is. Could have came from the top as a roofing insulator, as Jen has suggested. Very well could be. Like we do now, we have hot tar on our roofs. And imagine that hot tar, when it's hot, it's in a truck and they heat it and they pour it on. I've never touched this stuff, so I don't know if it's just solidified, hard as a rock, or if it's soft, any softer. Here's your pocket of survival. How do we know it's a pocket of survival? Well, one is here. Two, look at this shit. They made it out of. Look at this shit. So this is not an original building. This building was, let me rephrase that. Whether or not this is an original building, once again, the fish tank building, or if the fish built this building, the fish being us, after the tank was installed. Now this here is not an impossible build. You can build this today. So this building here could have been built 2 days before the X Factor. Who knows, right? Everything doesn't have to be an original just because it's been X Factored. Just like right now, you got projects all over your town, all over the city, all over the world going up. Some projects, if the X Factor happened, they would never finished. Halfway done, barely started, getting ready to start, just finished yesterday. And the X Factor comes. And then we're looking at this shit. They're saying, "Oh yeah, we had this thousand." No, that was just built. That's a ruin of a brand new building, and we have that today. We have buildings all over that project never finished. They ran out of money. And you got these brand new houses dilapidating, brand fucking new. Never lived in it. No one's ever lived in it other than maybe somebody who broke in and living there now for free, as you should, right? As you should. But other than that, utilities never been turned on. Give me just one moment. I gotta take a leak real quick. All right. Whew. Spark them if you got them. I'm gonna jump out of this real quick. See if I can jump back into my screen. Gonna do that there. Bring that over there. What is up? All right. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Let me see how this is looking. That's cool. All right. All right. Yeah, everything's zooming along good. What is up, everyone? Let's see if I can drop this on there. No. Yeah, it's gonna mess me up if I do that. I better not. Um, anyway, let's see. Let me fuck with this real quick. Oh wow, okay, got a couple people in here. What's up, Alchemos? What's up, buddy? It's Sunday over there. What is up? What? Oh, we got Frucus in here. Okay. Research my research. Okay. Um, you know what? Maybe I messed up on maybe I messed up on time. I don't know. Fuck, it said all this Pacific time and stand. I'm like, but shit. I'm just trying to 9 o'clock. My bad. Oh man, my bad. 114. Great evidence. So thank you, thank you. Oh man, it's a lot of love up in here. A lot of love. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm gonna slide back in here and get going again. First time I looked at the comments and yeah. What is up, everyone? Eli, Alchemos, Shapu, yeah, Fruit Kiss. What is up? Research my research. Alchemos 83. Check him out. Check him out. Great stuff all the time. Shit. Let me see how to get back into this damn thing. I think I just do that. Okay. That. Okay. Oh no, I wanted to do this. I want to change the banner down here. Spark them if you got them, people. Boom. All right. That should do it right there. All right. Let's get back in here. Excuse me, because I did not pause where I was at. So I'm just going to go back a little bit. And we'll get back to where we left off at. All right. Glad to see the link went out. Got a few people up in here, which is always nice to see. And hopefully this gets out there to someone who doesn't know what meltology is. That's what it's about. Waking up those who have not been introduced to meltology. We don't do this for other meltologists. Meltologists are already meltologists. We do this to wake up others. That's what's so great about the group. Make sure you join. The group is awesome. We're just waking up people. And you see this in people when they really start to wake up, you just see it in them. The way their whole persona changes as far as understanding is that what we have is just merely a facade, if you want to say. We've been lied to so much that once you get to the truth, and once again, you got this shit right here, it's bubbling out. You put this place here and this place that you can't even get to, and you just leave this junk here with brickwork down here. We always see it and look at this shit. You can't even get this looking nice, and you went through all this trouble. And they say, oh, you're there, we're trying to blend it in with this. Just get out of here. There's no blending in. No blending in. Look at this. What do we got here? We got a mountain, or we got a building. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pillars sticking out. Really? 4 columns? Out of the side of a mountain? It's been rock curtain. Look at that. Cooked out rock curtain. Yeah, there's some good things coming, guys, girls. We're about to unite, get back together. We're about to get this stuff going the right way. Keep it going. Waking up people, shaking and waking. Right? Here you go again, middle of nowhere. And somebody just wanted to be a hermit, but they wanted a huge palace in the middle of nowhere so everyone can see you. And then they come over and wonder why you live in one room. The rest of the house is trashed. What you got going on back here? Oh shit, look at this. I know you said there's a whole fucking building back here. I mean, they're all buildings, but look at this. Look, you got an opening right there, archway. Look at this right here. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 archways in there. Let me bump that up. Boom, look at that. Boom, what the fuck is this up on top? Look at that. 1, 2, 3. These two are leaning in together. 4. And look, you can see, oh shit, you can see all kind of structure out here. Oh yeah, this is a whole damn city out here. Well, it just took a second for my eyes to hit it. Now I see all this structure in here, all up in here, a little blurred. That's why. Oh shit. The hell did I do? Hit the wrong damn button. You dirty rat, you dirty rat. Oh, you dirty rat. I got happy there. Where was I at? This one? Oh, this one here, huh? As long as I didn't throw myself out the stream. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, this is a whole structure back here. You can see all this. Clearly see it in there. You see the archways back here. They're leaning backwards. They're leaning to the back. Look at this huge archway right here. It's coming in from this way. Boom. What the hell happened to my hand? Oh, shit. Get out of here, boy. This thing was doing some weird stuff. Let's get off this page. Ah, here we go again. Entry into a mountain. They always dress them up. And look at this. The skin on this. Like this. The rocks have blended. Boom. Boom. And look at the transition. It's smooth. My finger's sticky there. Smooth as can be, right? Got going on over here. All right. Brick lines coming up. Boom. Expansion ballooning out, crystallizing, and you got this at the edge. This pocket. More back here. I can't emphasize this enough. If you're getting into meltology, if you are interested in meltology, if you're new to this, you definitely need to join a group. Doesn't matter which group you join, but definitely join a group. But if you're going to join a group, you might as well join the best group out there, the original group and the largest group. You're going to see pictures you've never seen before. You're going to see some evidence that's going to blow your mind. So you can explain this away with, little documentation. They put these stories behind all these buildings. And that's all they are, stories. Nothing but lies. Every building. This one has a lie behind it. Who did it? And Wing Ching Chow or whatever. And the third dynasty. It's always some bullshit, right? That they contribute all this mess to. But then when you find out, it's just a different story. And this shit is everywhere. You go, wait a minute. You might be able to fool someone. Okay, all right, you got me on that one. All right, on a few places that they tell you about. Athens, the Greece, the Colosseum, the pyramids, these wonders. But then you find out this shit is everywhere. It ain't just those places. You find out these places somewhere else more magnificent than the ones that they talk about. Right? They just don't tell you about all these places like this, because then you would figure the shit out. You say, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, you was one thing to say the cavemen did that over there, but all over this realm, I don't think so. And then when you start looking at the damage and how it is, and sometimes all you need is that one person to point something out to you, then you got it. Then you got it. Look at this shit. Can you see those bricks in here? You know, right here at the fingertip. You see those brick lines? Brick lines? And right here too, rough one. Let me bump that up just a little bit more. Look, you can see them in here too. You can see them in there. Look at that. You can see them right here, going across. You can see them. Oh, whoa. Happy finger. All right. Yeah, we just looked at this pic a couple pics back. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this. There we go. This place right here, right? This place right here. And let's look at the scale of it. See, this one here don't really give it no justice. Look at the bricks you can see in there. Like, okay, you know, a little something. But then when we get to the mothership, then you understand what you're dealing with. Look down here. This whole place. This ain't an island. This is a building. This whole thing is a building. I think this thing is for sale too. If you want it, they can't even get this motherfucker away. You're gonna live out here and do what? You might be able to plant something out here. You got some greenery, but you gonna drink this water? You better get us one of them desalination things, and you lose your mind. And you know this here, you go inside, you got all this room up in here. You probably got a laid out pad. They probably want some. Oh no, it's 72 bedrooms, man. They probably want a lot for it. Like, man, please, look at this shit. Someone built a wall going around, just in case you got lost over here. Now this whole island this is almost the whole island. There's some more shit across the waterway, but yeah, man, this is crazy. The whole thing is nothing more than a building. That's what mountains are. Melted brick buildings. Look at that. You see the cobble on here. You see the damn cobble design on here, the brick. Look at that. Don't tell me you can't see that. Oh, well, that's just not. No, man, we see it all the time. Look, you see it right here on the wall. The other picture was better for this, and you can see it up there. Same shit. Boom. Get out of here. We know what it is. All right. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to look into some of these and actually get the square footage of how big this building is. Right? And then we'll get the square footage of Buckingham Palace. One of these big places, right? Or the White House. I don't know how big the White House, but you always hear Windsor Palace, Buckingham Palace. See how big these places are and how many people it takes to run that damn place. How much personnel is there? Gardening and house cleaning and when I looked into it a while back, it was like 300. I think it was like 300 housekeepers, just landscapers, like 300 just for the landscaping. It's like, holy shit. And then I did the servants, and there was a bunch of them, and you know they changed because some of them work different. What, you know, it's 24 hours, so there's a bunch of them. Then you have to ask yourself, well, what kind of staff do they have here? You can't live in this place by yourself. You just can't do it. Because you're sitting over here, and 2 years later, you finally go over here. Because you got to go all the way down around, and you get over here and find out, shit, you've been burglarized. By the time you get back over here, hey, man, you've been burglarized. And you stand up here, you can see the motherfuckers you can see them on horseback. They ain't going nowhere. On camel. Like, throw this son of a bitch right there. What can you do? He's already started out. By the time you get over here, he's already had a 2-hour start. You see him down here somewhere. Bring it back. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh man, big love to everyone out there. Okay, this is a prime example right here. This is all brick building. But what do we got going on? Look at this shit on top of it. And look at the transitioning from here where it's smooth and then it starts bubbling out and it starts getting real jagged and nasty looking, right? Let's bump that up a little bit. Look at the swelling here. Expanding out. We got down there. Cooked out. Trying to see if I could actually see some brick in here. I know it got to be some brick exposed somewhere in this damn place, because this stuff here is jagged and ragged. Look at this expansion. I don't know if this is the shrine or the gift shop. And of course, you got to have your obelisk sticking out of the ground, right? I mean, what do we got going on here? What did they tell you about this shit? You got this obelisk right here sticking out the damn ground. For what? And they cut it back. They cut this back to put this shit in there? Are you kidding me? They needed it that close. You need to cut this back 30 feet because I need to put this here. Utility pole. It's our property. Yeah, buddy, look at that. And here we go again. Impossible builds. Impossible times, impossible locations. And look at it. You're sitting up there, a little old house in the prairie, building you a wooden shack next to the saloon. And over in the third world country, they got 10-story buildings going inside of so-called caves. Right? Huge buildings, megalithic structures at a time where you're building a saloon, building next to the saloon out of wood. Right? You're riding a wagon, a covered wagon. And they got places like this, probably taking credit cards back then. Oh yeah, credit card, what's that? Don't know about the credit card? Where are you from? Oh, you do. Oh yeah, the house, the prairie. Yeah, we heard about you. And we're sophisticated over here. Look at this, cooked out, expanded. You see these knots on it popping out, kind of like that picture of the wall I showed you. They had a couple of them popping out, squeezing out like toothpaste. Right? Cooked out. Heat differential, viscosity. What more could you ask for? It has it all. And here's another one sliding over. But look, you can clearly see this is structure right here. You see this piece? Let me bump that up. It's all structure, but you can see this piece right here. This piece ain't fooling you, right? You're fooled by this here. You're fooled by this here, right? But look at back here. You see this back here, right? And this back here, and this up here. It's all part of it. This here sliding over. Infringing. Brick lines now look like your sedimentary layers. These are nothing but brick lines. I tell you, these are crushed up dead insects and dust and stuff over billions and billions of years, and they just happen to lay down perfect, in this case at an angle. The other one, the house I showed you underneath, they were coming straight down. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they can spread these lies and expect us to believe them, but I guess they've been getting away with it so long. But it's hard to get away with it when you have the internet and you can see Literally thousands of pictures in a day of different places that have the same damage, and all the Romans did it. You know how long it takes to get from fucking Rome to somewhere? Man, you're talking about 3 years to get somewhere. To go build something that takes 10 years to go back, and you're fighting all the way. You're doing these battles and building. Shut up with that dumb shit. It's ridiculous. Okay, now, this picture, I'm going to have to go way back on it, but I'm going to do it anyway. One, two, oh, you so bitch. I'm going to do it just because it's easier to have the visual of what we're looking at. Boom. This is where we're at. This place. Okay? So this is the one where you're up underneath it, up close and personal. You can see the size of him and the size of this huge archway. He's minute compared to it. Just a little guy. All right, we get into the cooked out. All right, all the color has been cooked out of this brick, out of these bricks here. Been dustified. Looks like sand. You actually can go up to this, put your hand on it, rub it, and look at your hand. You're gonna have dust all over it. Right? Sand is a byproduct of X-factored brick. Here's your guy right here. Look like he's about to go through this hole or taking a look in there. Tells you the scale of this here. You look at the person. One of him, two of him, three of him, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7 of him. And let's say he's 6 feet. 7 times 6 was 42 feet. Give or take, right? Down here, you see the brickwork down here. Boom, all through there. You see it. Bricky, bricky. Right. Brick love to everyone out there in the red brick community. Guess we have some, I guess anytime you have something going good, you're always going to have there's always going to be a rift somewhere going on. And unfortunately, it seems to be hitting the red brick community. Of course, we all know last year, a bunch of us got kicked out of another group. The rift was real for some reason, but it doesn't matter. We moved on and we keep on keeping on.